Hello there. All right, real quick. If you got back issues, like me, I get 3 ruptured discs in my lower back. It's like one big gooey bleh. But through smart training and whatnot, it's not nearly as bad as it used to be, I'll say that. So today we're doing 5 pull-ups, 20 push-ups, and then 10 mobility lunges. So if you have lower back pain, this might be helpful to you. You gotta start out at your own intensity. I was surprised just doing my body weight was like, wow, I was gonna add like a 45-pound plate, 25 if I want to be a wuss. I'm gonna add 0 because the body weight was effective enough. So think about your calves. If your calves are tight, right? So if calves are tight, it basically makes you want to point your toe, right? So if they're loose, you can pull your toe. So you can do a little assessment. You should be able to break 90 degrees of flexion just by, doing this. Right, so that's about 90 degrees. If you can't pass that, if you can't get past that, you're probably tight. And I'm naturally pretty limber. I just feel the tightness. So what you can do, you can stretch your calf like this, which essentially all we're doing is driving the knee or the shin closer to the tip of the toe. So toe to mid shin, right? So I'm getting my shin, trying to push it towards my toe. That's more Achilles tendon if you drive the knee, but if you bring the whole leg up, it's more calf. Gastrocnemius and soleus. So what we're gonna do is just create flexion in the lunge. So what we're doing are kind of like super lunges. I'm just coming all the way forward until my heel wants to come off the ground. All right, trying to keep my back toes pointed down so I can get a better hip flexor stretch. So the hip flexor, one of them, iliopsoas, major and minor, 2 of them, attach to your leg and go to your lower back. So if those are tight from sitting a lot, that's going to pull in your lower back. And you're going to be like, oh, you're always doing this. Like, why is my back so tight? This is shortening your back. Shortening. If you want to stretch something, you lengthen it. So chances are, if you're doing this, like, oh, my back, this feels so much better. It's not your back, because you're shortening it. You're actually making it, in theory, worse. You're stretching the front. You're doing hip extension and ab extension. So what you're really doing is stretching out your abs, which their responsibility is to crunch. What's your back's job? To stop that motion. So if you're tight here, your back's always fighting against your abs, right? So this is just constantly exhausted and tight. So you open up your abs, maybe your hip flexors. So this is for essentially overall just mobility, longevity, feeling better, and taking care of my back while building some legs. My hamstrings are a little better off than my quads, so for me it's an extra little quad thing in front of your leg. That's it. Pull-ups, push-ups, just the classic push-pull. If all you do is push and you don't pull, it's kind of the same thing. If all you do is crunches, but you never stretch or work your back out, you're going to get back pain. So you got to balance stuff out. If you're working on your biceps, you need to work on your triceps. If you're working on your chest, you need to work on your back. If you're working on your quadriceps, you need to work on your hamstrings. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, and if you're going to try this, if you have something to do pull-ups on, it doesn't have to be pull-ups. Advanced, would be just doing pull-ups. You can just kind of come here, use your legs to help, last little bit. Like you're trying to lower yourself, but you're still letting the legs do some work. If that's hard for you, you can even come here, grab this. Looks weird, but you can do kind of like rows. Push-up, same thing. You can just kind of come here, do push-ups on this, and just keep working your way down to something lower to the ground, Don't be ego-driven if you're working on push-ups. Like, well, I can only do like half repetitions. Like I'm strong enough to go halfway down, halfway up. But I can do like 20s. That's pretty good. That's good. But you're also teaching your body to move in a shorter range of motion, right? So just like the thing, if you keep staring at the TV, your eyes are gonna get stuck, or keep making that face get stuck. That's actually true. If I were to do this, it just, I don't know, for 5 years, my face is gonna get pretty well stuck that way. So, yeah, range of motion. So if you're just doing like this, on your push-ups, you're just like here, right? All this, your shoulder's gonna get stiff basically. So you wanna work that full range of motion. So make the push-ups easier and do full range of motion for a healthier body at least. If you're trying to just get pumped up and show more muscle, that's different. I'm more on the game of longevity and health and wellness and just feeling fucking good, because it's not fun getting older, especially with injuries. Add mental shit to that, damn. Well, if I can plug away each day with just a little bit of improvement somewhere, physically, that's my ability. What I do each day that I usually do well at is just improving my body just a little bit and testing myself in the creek. So I know at the end of the day, like, I did that. At night, I tend to kind of stray course, I guess is what I would say. But it still kind of it still balances out. I woke up, took care of my body and my mind. So if I screw it up later, you know, at least I'm kind of breaking even. Or if I don't screw up later, like, I'm doing really well. So every like little tidbit counts. So I kind of see it as like a Lego structure. You know, if you can kind of make sure each little piece, just check on each little pieces, and just casually check on them. Oh, need a little cleaning up. All the little pieces of your life contribute to your life. So every piece of Lego contributes to the structure. The little Lego being part of your life. Water, exercise, positive mindset, communicate, blah, 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 whatever. So